Hey, what's up, everybody? This is James with GN Invasion.
I'm Star, and it is 1 in the morning.
Oh, I got
Hi,
Reaper number
Ash. And she's about to knock out. I'm Ash.
I'm Charles, and
1. We just came from seeing Transformers number 5, The Last Stand.
That's not the last movie.
Yeah, so to give you the general overview of this movie, it is extra garbage. Visually stunning, extra garbage.
It's extra garbage to the person that does not know the source. If you know the Transformers like he does, it's extra garbage. But for someone who's like me, who remembers the Transformers very vaguely, that there's Autobots and there's Decepticons and they plot, that's it. But if you knew not that source, I personally love it.
Okay, I like the movie for some of the parts of what it were, but I mean, big shout outs to Anthony Hopkins, but Anthony Hopkins and Logan, the butler.
In any movie, Anthony Hopkins, in any movie.
He's a dude.
I
Mark
love it.
Wahlberg did a good job.
Yeah, he did. I seen a lot of bicep.
And everything. He had to get that in. I think that was in the contract. Like,
So-
he got real cut. For it.
So, not to go off too much on a bunch of random stuff.
This movie did.
Yeah. The first thing is that if you know anything about the old movies, so the Autobots was always helping, the Decepticons was always trying to destroy stuff, and through every movie, it seemed like, I guess it was leading up to this point, what you thought was Unicron, what you find out isn't Unicron, is Cybertron. But when it comes down to the military, they confuse you because there's a whole bunch of double and triple crossings going on. You got the military who knew about the Autobots, but now you have this new agency which seems to have the world's financial budget or whatever else to make all these things to kill any transformer that they come across. TRF, which we didn't even find out. Yeah, we didn't even find out what TRF meant, right?
They were.
I think it
was
means
completely-
like Transformers Resistance.
Faction or something like that.
It
They
sounds like
briefly
movie,
mentioned it when it began the movie,
Yeah,
like when we first saw him. But it just seemed very
unnecessary.
random and unnecessary too.
Because that's what the military is doing since the other movies.
I felt their purpose was to add pace to our main characters, that they had to hurry and do stuff.
I think it was like drawing a line. It was always a us against them.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
That's what they were going for, but then you saw the scene where they had the lawyers in the desert, which was completely stupid.
yeah,
That part was funny.
yeah, and Megatron like showing his badassery.
Yeah,
by, like,
so your
sword
part,
and everything.
you're again. It was weird because they're like, okay, we're against all like.
Okay.
We're against all cyber.
Yeah, it was the part
And
that
then-
confused on.
And then they're like, okay. If it's not Decepticon, it's a gray area. But then you go to actually partnering with the Decepticons, so it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so in the movie, the Army or the United States government, military, whatever you want to call it, I don't even know what branch it was. So the TRF is I guess we say a mercenary or government force that is created by the world. I don't know which branch. I want to say America maybe owns it or whatever else. But the United States military are working in conjunction with them secretly, but at the same time, Megatron is secretly working with the TRF, and the Mark Wahlberg and the Autobots, while the TRF is hunting them, the United States government is kind of like keeping him like under the radar so he can still do what he wants, but at the same time he can't. So there's just so much mixing and intermingling that
That's the best explanation, and it's still confusing.
yeah. I mean, and this is coming based off of the old movies. I have watched every movie, but that like I said, the double and triple cross was horrible. But let's move on to some more stuff. So you get introduced to a character by the name of Elizabeth, who was played by Isabella Moner. I hate to say it, but her character was unnecessary, unfortunately. She literally was there to push Mark Wahlberg's character development. She had a few good parts in the movie, but they were unnecessary.
I simply hope she has a bigger role in next one.
Yeah, because she showed that she had some grit, but you can't have too many main stars. You already have Mark Wahlberg, and you have, where's this one man? Laura Haddock, who played Vivian, who is the co-star to that. And then you have Optimus Prime, Bumblebee. You can't have too many people in the spotlight. So
yeah, about Optimus Prime. But are we there yet? We want to talk about the other film?
well, we can.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But we've seen all the build up with the trailers and everything. Optimus is like evil, and then they actually said it. He's Nemesis Prime and everything. He was evil for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes, that's it.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
That was a very long movie.
And because of
he
what?
was evil for 10 minutes.
And let's just put the other one out there. Because of what? Bumblebee gets his voice back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was rushed.
And they've been actually building Bumblebee for the longest time
And
since
they've
the
been
first movie.
building up like from that ever since the first movie, his voice and everything. But when it did just happen, it didn't seem that
It didn't
big
sink
of a
in.
deal.
Yeah.
I know.
And I don't know if it was because of how long the movie was to the point where it finally happened, but it just didn't give that like effect that they were looking for.
Well, yeah, I think they gave up hope because remember when Elizabeth got introduced and they finally went to Mark Wahlberg's secret location. Yeah. When they put that voice installer, he sounded like the female from Siri, like GPS or whatever else. He ripped it out. Like, so you imagine all these.
You know what they do, like
Movie magic,
movie magic off camera, they put something else in there.
Now, here's the one thing that they did that I really like, and I've already talked to them about, is the graphics are crisp. They spent a lot more money. They put a bigger budget on the graphics, and they upgraded some people, preferably Bumblebee. He has the best upgrade in the world, which is he can blow apart and reconstitute himself.
Little Iron Man action right there.
Like technically, you're stronger than Optimus Prime, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But,
for visual wise, seeing this movie, we saw a standard, but it wouldn't be bad. Like if you were just into the visuals and surroundings and like a lot of action, so it would be good for IMAX. It just not story wise, just like overall movie wise. But for the action and for the visuals, it was. The cars look nice.
Yeah. Now there was a few things that are bad about this movie. The first one being, and yes, I gotta go to continuity. I have to bring this up. They made Unicron Earth, and this is gonna be the biggest elephant in the room as far as I'm concerned. Unicron is a planet that is probably larger than Jupiter. Because they've already, we watched the old one, the good movie, the 1985 movie. Unicron is large, stupid large. And and the fact that you made Unicron Earth, you have doomed yourself because now you really can't. If Unicron wakes up, does anything, humans die.
I know. It would never transform, ever.
Can't do. I know they were setting up for that, but you
can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But hey, Earth's doomed anyway. They destroyed the moon, so that's gonna knock us out.
Cybertron is connected to Earth, so I'm guessing that's gonna be like our little mini moon now.
Well, yeah.
But no, Cybertron is bigger than Earth. We literally saw the scale.
Yeah, we did. So
I don't know. Are people gonna climb? And it's right there. Are we gonna live on Cybertron now?
Nah, man, there ain't gonna be no space. No spacesuits, maybe. I mean, there's. One thing I do have to bring up since you brought it up. So Cybertron, which was broken apart, they did pay homage to one thing, which is only canon to the movie. which is the old Autobot ship from the G1 and G2 era back during the cartoons. They actually put it on the moon. Now, if I'm correct, they actually referenced that back in an older movie, but that original ship used to be on Earth. But
Yeah, that was the first one.
I mean, they
No,
completely
Dark Side of the Moon.
yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, they completely disintegrated that ship with the moon itself. And that actually brings up another point. So Transformers were made by the Quintessons in the old school cartoon. But Quintessa, which looked like to be a Quintesson, and she's the deceiver. So they did another one of those, a person looked like they put like maybe neutral being a bad guy or a villain, kind of like they did Megatron's old master or whatever else, how he was supposed to be good but he was evil or whatever else.
It was another Prime, right?
Yeah, he was another Prime. They pretty much did the same thing with this one, but it's one of those things of like, yeah, you're changing things for the movie, but wouldn't it be better to have them all? Like, I mean, a few things that they added were good. Like, they added the knights. You know, they brought this old King Arthur, the Round Table, you know, thing in. I don't like how the old school they meshed together like they did with that Galvatron mess. You know, they just
Is it because how they messed up Galvatron that kind of sours that for you, or
pretty much?
Yeah.
Because here's a few things, and this is going back to the movie. So Unicron made Galvatron, which came from Megatron. Galvatron in the cinematic universe is separate from Megatron and Unicron's Earth. Like, there's just so many things that just like pop up as like blasphemy here and there. So,
you know,
but
when Michael Bay comes through, it just blows up everything. So
and here's the other
thing: you blew up the Transformers universe and made it to
So here's the other thing. Like I said, the budget was real crisp, like for the CGI and everything. But again, like with the Knights of the Round, the 12 Knights or whatever, the 12 the old Knights or whatever else, as well as that big horned Cybertronian Transformer, whatever else that we see towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, that was cool for like 5
minutes. It just spits itself off.
That's how.
But yet still, it was the first or second movie we actually got the monkey Constructicon with big balls. Couldn't you have actually like put more budget into that, or is it because you destroyed everybody's hopes and dreams on that you just decided to, you know,
we gotta save money for exploders?
Yeah. But I will say this: they did capture fights way better. Like, you actually saw people, robots, fighting. It just wasn't a mesh of colors and explosions. They did that towards the end, but you actually did see people fight. So I can. Yeah, which Hot Rod. Thank God you made him a Lamborghini, because
Can I
that
just say
fits.
why Hot Rod got like a couple minutes of showtime when I was there?
Optimus Prime.
Explosion.
And
I
explosions.
mean, we finally get Hot Rod, and he got 2 seconds in the window.
And he got the best gun.
Yeah.
He has a slow motion gun. Oh, slow motion plasma ball? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's
I
a
want it.
movie maker's dream right there. Let's have a reason for this.
Now, Charles, I'm gonna bring this question to you because I did ask them about it. So Laura Haddock did a good job in her co-starring role. Why did she look like a copycat of Megan Fox?
Well, if you look at the whole series, really, like it's kind of like the Transformers Bond woman, kind of. It's like they kind of all fit that type.
Yeah, but we had a blonde in like the second or third movie. Third, right? Yes. But
It's so hard, man.
and I don't want to take anything from her because she did do a really good job, better than Megan Fox.
He was in the third movie, yeah.
There you go, third movie, y'all.
She wore white in like every scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this feels like a Megan Fox with a British accent, which, I mean, the accent works, but...
Isn't that what most movies do? They don't say use a British accent.
That's extraordinarily beautiful.
Yeah. That's like standard.
Yeah, well, the one is awesome.
I mean,
Her
part wasn't that big either.
Yeah.
I mean, she was just there because she was the son of Merlin, and
How they even do
and she
all of that
just touched
made
things and it worked.
Yeah, which And unfortunately, that all tied in Anthony Hopkins. Like, literally, Anthony Hopkins, well,
Literally, he saved the world.
yeah, technically he did.
Him and
The guy from the first one, yeah. Which, that was even more interesting.
And
But
you would
Del
think-
Castro let Transformers stay.
that was funny. I like that. That was a
Like,
little
you get to
jab-
be a
that was
refugee in
little jab
Cuba.
at the U.S. Stuff, like relationships and stuff like that. That was funny. But my thing is with his character, you would think that this is what the fourth movie.
He should have had it.
You thought he would have been important,
I
but
know.
Yeah, that the government would like learn their lessons or something.
and
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins just shat on him. Like, the whole time, like, don't call me. He's like, wait, don't hang up. I got something important to say. And his most important thing, which was a big thing, was finding out that Earth was going to cry.
Yeah.
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 Apparently, it was in the
He's
book in
still
the library.
working, man. He is
In
still
the whole
working.
time.
Yeah, in a library that Anthony Hopkins went, like, Anthony Hopkins is this movie for me.
Him and
his brother.
You're up. Oh my god. I
The
can't believe
sociopath transformer from like the 19 or 1800s. Well, they said 1600 years. Like, they literally show you the beginning of the movie is like King Arthur's time, the knights are around and everything else. And it just, after they show that, 1600 years later. Like,
Yeah.
I'll say the comedy was the best part of the movie. It
This,
was,
in
it
my
was
opinion-
unexpected, actually.
yeah,
In my opinion, this is the most comical of all the movies.
yeah. It wasn't cheesy
It
comedy.
kept
It was
me
actually
laughing.
funny.
Yeah.
It kept
I mean,
me
some parts were
laughing.
cheesy, but it was.
We had a little Fast and Furious action.
Yeah, I was waiting for Vin Diesel to pop out, like
Yeah.
with a transformer, like Dodge of his own.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at this like, Anthony Hopkins drove the best cars. I think they drove a Bentley at one point, like a
Yeah,
Continental
they
GT.
were all.
A McLaren. I want to say P1. You know, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but they drove some expensive.
They were decoy. They were like decoy cars. All right, let's hop in the next car. All right. I think it was just their way. Like we gotta throw more cars in here. If they don't transform or not, you gotta throw more.
cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I mean,
Anthony
budget gets
Hopkins.
bigger every year.
And Bumblebee, he ain't even a Chevy anymore. What was it?
He's a Camaro still. He's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a very beefed up Camaro.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
supercharged. The
Jeez.
body kit was.
Now, we gotta talk about like one of the prettiest Decepticons. Even though he had police paint all over the barricade. Was it
It was
Barricade?
a barricade.
Yeah.
He
Oh
did
my
it great
god.
as a police car.
Yo, that Mustang was sexy.
Yeah.
Like,
That looked like
That's my favorite
that.
car.
That took me back to
I love
like
Mustangs.
Need for Speed. I like that's a Need for Speed most wanted Mustang.
yeah. Oh, the part that we got to talk about. So apparently Transformers are old as dirt, and they showed a
Bumblebee.
past part with Bumblebee, and
Yeah.
apparently Bumblebee was a badass. Like, he was like a old school military vehicle, like Hasbro. You
Yeah,
have to
make the
make
toy.
that toy.
Please make the toy.
Deluxe version, Ultimate Deluxe. I want to buy it. Don't make it too expensive. Like, you know.
With the big old lug nuts and bolts and everything, so you
Yeah,
saw it.
and
Like,
he had twin rocket launchers or grenade launchers.
and the hammer.
Like,
and
it was two Transformers. I don't even care about the other one. Just,
I do a little. He looked nice too, but Bumblebee.
yeah, I mean, he had twin Gatling guns. He
Oh,
had Gatling guns.
apparently Bumblebee was Black Ops. He was
Yeah.
he was a car for the Inglorious Bastards.
And yeah, and here's the thing. You find out how badass he is because Anthony Hopkins said,
He like
Mark Wahlberg said, oh, he's so nice. And Anthony Hopkins like,
they call him
they
many things, but
nice wasn't nothing. Like, yo, like, just give me a Bumblebee movie. Like,
Okay, but on top of that, though, in the first movie, didn't they show that Bumblebee crashing onto Earth?
actually,
Because that would make no sense unless he left and it came back.
and that would make no sense.
I don't think
In the first movie?
Yeah.
In the first one, I want to say he was. No, he was already there.
Yeah.
He was already there. Because here's the thing: they paid homage to the old school Bumblebee when Shia LaBeouf was actually going to purchase cars.
Yeah.
He was in that lot.
I
Yeah.
didn't crash. It was Optimus that crashed.
It was
I don't-
other Optimus.
Optimus did crash. If I'm correct, he's the one that crashed in the pool because
Yeah.
they showed that epic submerged part.
Yeah.
I think Bumblebee was
Like he
already.
took a whole building with him, and then Desmond, all the Autobots are already there. Like, yo, Optimus
Yeah.
just landed.
Yeah, so you know what? That actually makes no sense.
You probably should have watched it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give me about
That
a
was a
week
long time
first.
ago,
Yeah, because that movie. Here's the one thing that's interesting, y'all. So every Transformers movie, especially the first three that I can remember, every movie has gotten longer. The first movie, if I'm correct, was like 2 hours and 19 minutes. This movie was 2.5. I don't know if this is the longest movie though.
The one before this felt like really long.
Yeah.
That's because it
The
was
battle-
garbage.
Yeah, but
But it had
that Battle of Chicago felt forever.
But I do like the villain in that one, the bounty hunter. That one was good. One part I gotta bring up though, the
That reminded
Dinobots.
me of like a Transformer Boba Fett.
Yeah, he had a cool ship, he had everything. But why is it that we didn't see no Dinobots transform? Granted, they're as tall as Gundams. Like, they are extremely
Not
large.
only that, but they weren't there in the final battle.
Yeah,
But
just-
they were there when they was chasing the
Diversion.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
diversion. We
Yeah.
saw that's when we saw them.
yeah,
But
but
in the
they
main
didn't
battle,
die. You know
in the
that.
main battle, we didn't see them.
Now, the person I will say, and I hate to say this, let me see if I could see him to give him some type of recognition, and he's not even in here. The black guy that played in the junkyard, and he had all these very weak roles, the character development, like, I did not like his role in this movie.
I know him.
Jared Carmichael.
Yeah, Jared Carmichael.
Yeah, like, granted, I wish you well in movies and everything else, but his character was actually annoying to me in
His
this movie.
character was very stereotypical.
He was kind of like,
Annoying.
he was kind of like, I mean, I kind of like him. He was kind of
He was the annoying sidekick.
like,
Wasn't even annoying.
what's his name from the first one? What was it?
Anthony Hopkins? But he didn't have a very large role if you was talking about him.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the DDR thing was like, when they was like, hey, my mama don't like the police, especially on their carpet.
yeah,
Like,
it felt something like that. Just, a little bit of comic relief.
Okay. But
I guess, but
it wasn't really comfortable.
yeah, like, but here's the thing. Again, remember when he like came and bro hugged Mark Wahlberg, and he was like, I brought the crew and everything else.
Like,
There's the
where were
Dinobots. Like, even though you said he was going to get eaten and everything else, like you brought everybody but the Dinobots. I swear to God, the Dinobots would turn the tide of the war easy.
And
There's
seriously,
no
he
room
said that
on
he
the ship.
brought Optimus Prime. He brought the Autobots. Were they going there in the first place?
Yeah, so it's
So it's like, how are you going to bring somebody who's already going in the direction you're already
You
going?
gotta talk about the biggest problem in the movie. Where's this trailer? Where's the trailer?
yeah, that end part where they're driving out, like
That
that
is
trailer is
true.
always
People
everywhere.
have been asking for the trailer since one. And
No.
And
We got the trailer in Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Well, yeah, because the trailer actually held his soul.
Yeah,
It
it's
turns
all-
into a gun turret. It helps
Okay,
it turns
right.
into that the
Right.
flying
Yeah, we didn't get
Optimus.
Super Saiyan Optimus. No.
You know, maybe he wasn't worthy because he turned into Nemesis Prime. You know, maybe the trailer has to make him unworthy Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting off topic, y'all. So,
The movie got off topic, but
The movie's making us go off topic because we got a lot of questions.
there's a lot of questions that's not being answered. A lot of things, even for the movie continuity. If we don't even want to use the cartoons or the comics related stuff,
Just
some
the
things
past
just-
movies, just trying to blend them together. It's just nothing that's connected.
yeah, not
So-
only past movies, but it was a lot of new. When they were he was Anthony Hopkins was telling the story of all this information and then thrown in with wikis, which seemed random. But
I know,
here's the thing. It does that part I understood. So because apparently what Wikis was even back during the Knights of the Round time, but
yeah, when you found
the whole thing with Merlin and his genealogy, that was what were they? Because Anthony Hopkins was part of the Fogans or something like that. Like he was a lineage of that,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what.
yeah, there seemed to be a lot of different heritage, Mark Wahlberg, he wasn't like a descendant of the Knights, but he was just chosen to be.
Because I guess he went through so much stuff. That's the reason why, and he never gave up hope.
Why? Yeah, they explained why he was chosen.
like
I forgot what they
honor,
said.
He had a
courage,
bunch of different characters.
Exactly.
And he was chased.
celibacy.
And he was there.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, so Vivian character is descended from Merlin, but we don't really get what the genealogy of that was. We get Anthony Hopkins is the Hogan's genealogy.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff there that it's
Like, unfortunately, this is one of those movies to where I would have to go back and watch it. Shit, and I know I'm not going to.
I feel like if you go back and watch it, you're still gonna have unanswered questions.
I
Yeah.
feel as if I want to watch the first movie first
Yeah.
and then watch this movie so I
Yeah.
can at least get some type of connection. Because the
You're not going
two,
to find
the
it.
two, no, but
Yeah.
I feel as if I look at the first movie, I feel like I could make maybe a little bit of getting the two pieces together. But the
Mainly for the Bumblebee
middle,
thing, right?
But in the middle movies, no. I can't look at all those movies because they not.
So look at it this way. Rating wise, the first movie, you always got to give the first movie the best. I mean, it's the original, but this is probably the next best movie. I don't even want to rate the other three. They're just up in the air. Just throw them up and see where they go.
Yeah,
Right now,
I'm
it's not doing
tired,
very good,
and
though.
I don't know.
What, the movie? What type of ratings are that already? Because we haven't even hit weekend box office, y'all, so...
Yeah.
They say it has a low opening of like 15, 27.
Well, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
Thursday.
it's the summer,
Yeah.
so but because of
It's the
all the
lowest of
cursing
all
and stuff, I
time.
would
Yeah.
say that parents would take their kids, but there's a lot of
Yeah.
language
That's what
and
we
stuff.
saw that. We saw kids with it, though.
Yeah, we
We saw families there.
So like, yeah.
Parental advisories warned, it is PG-13 with extreme language.
Yeah, I feel like it because
15% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4 out of 10 on IGN, and 30% on Metacritic.
So I was right, y'all. Visually stunning, uber garbage.
it sucks because like you would think like taking your kids and stuff to see it would save it, but with like the type of language and stuff going on, it's like it kind of deters kids from going it. But it's not for a hardcore like or knowledgeable Transformers fans.
Yeah.
It's comical.
Yeah.
But
I will see
story.
it for the comic book.
Yeah, but story-wise, it barely held together, and character development-wise and stuff, like there was potential, but it was like a lot
It was actually weak. It feels like they used 2 or 3 characters, I want to say roughly, to push other character development along. And some
Even
of
the
the
development of their relationship really fell force.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
like for example, it seemed that this like girl Evie was going to be kind of Mark Wahlberg's surrogate daughter, kind of.
Yeah.
And
But they didn't strengthen that. The lead actress, David, she had a problem with her father or something, why she wanted to go to the room, but they didn't touch on that exactly why
they just
at all.
destroyed it.
Yeah, so it,
Wait. Let's actually get on that part. The character Vivian's family. That was a comical part.
Right.
Like the 4 of them or 3 of them? They just wanted her
The
to.
women, yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. Like,
But she's.
yeah, but I can also see that. Like, just people not like they don't. There's always something. They don't care about they care about what's going on in their family and people around them.
Exactly.
And they're like, okay, yeah, that's going on in the news. When are you going to settle down, or what are you doing,
You're
and stuff
smart,
like that.
you're attractive, you're getting older. When are you going to settle down? with
Yeah.
somebody?
So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I was girl.
it's relatable.
What
Yeah.
are you looking for?
It's relatable, but yeah, it was for like comic relief. Like the whole world's literally about to end, but you're like, what are you doing with your life?
Right.
So we're gonna actually try to wrap this up because, as you could tell, we can talk about as many things as we want in this movie, and it's not necessarily because we enjoyed it. There were some enjoyable parts, but as a action movie, as a standalone movie, I want to give it a higher like rating review. but the movie confuses you, and even if you go back to watch the other movies, it won't help. So, what? Okay, so
Don't ask me for a rating.
so I would say as a continuation rating, I give it a 0 out of 10 because I want this franchise to end.
Yeah,
Like
that
you're
ending-
destroying it, and
That ending was a big sigh. Like,
yeah. So
it was a dad joke sigh.
yeah, but as a standalone, like, does anybody want to give it anything?
I'll give it a.
Because I like
If
it.
you really want to see it, wait for it to come on like HBO or something, or rent it at Redbox. That's what I would.
Yeah, so not even DVD. I'm saying wait for that.
Don't even pay for it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, all right, so there you go.
$1 at Redbox. So like, or if you get on DVD, wait till it's in that bin at
Oh
Walmart.
my god.
So the $7 Blu-ray bin or the $5 DVD bin?
I'm talking about like 4 of these CDs for $5.
What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Savage.
yeah. So but that's our rating, guys. Hopefully it was informative for you to not go see this movie.
Or see it and see exactly what we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Go see the movie. Support your app.
All right. Well, anyway, if you went to go see the movie, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the movie. If you liked it, comment. Let us know.
Bumblebee, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe down below for future content. We have more E3 videos that we're going to be coming out later on this week and next week. And like we said, comment down below if you watch the movie, or if you guys want to suggest videos of what you want us to see us do. Like this video, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, yeah.